Ever notice how some girls just walk into a room and instantly have this magnetic energy? Like they're not even trying that hard. But everyone remembers them, respects them, and honestly just wants to be around them. And I feel like we've been told our whole lives that to be liked, you just have to be nice, sweet, and always say yes. But let's be real, that usually just gets you walked all over. So today, we're talking about 5 actual psychological hacks that make people's subconscious lie drawn to you without you ever having to be a people pleaser. Especially the second one. I swear, once you learn it, you're gonna start seeing it everywhere. This comes from a super old story about Benjamin Franklin. Back in the day,
He had this rival in politics who absolutely hated him and opposed him at every turn.
And instead of trying to kiss up to the guy, Franklin did something totally weird. He asked to borrow a super rare book from, send it back with a cute thank you note. And out of now here, they ended up becoming close friends. In psychology, this is called cognitive dissonance. When someone does a favor for you, their brain has to make sense of it. They think, well, I just helped her out, so I must actually like her. So if you want to build quick rapport with someone, don't bend over backward for them. Just ask for something small like a recommendation or borrowing a pen. Let them feel useful, and their brain will do the heavy lifting for you. Hack number 2 is planting a mind anchor. You've probably heard of Pavlov's dog experiment, where he rang Abel every time he fed his dog, until eventually, just hearing the bell made the dog drool. But here is how this actually plays out in real-life dating. A friend of mine used to do this super clever thing. Every time she went out on a date with this one guy, she'd bring him a fresh orange, literally every single time. And she'd casually fast forward a few weeks. Every time this guy mentioned how much she loved oranges, walked past a fruit aisle, or saw anything citrus, boom, her face popped right into his head. And the wild part is, trying not to think about it actually triggers, once that anchor is set, what psychologists call the white bear effect. Like, if I tell you right now, whatever you do, do not think about a white bear. You're thinking about a white bear, right? She basically set up a permanent residence in his mind using a literal fruit. Find your own subtle orange, whether it's a specific matcha latte. You and me to us against everybody else. Now, I'm not saying you should go around spreading messy gossip, but letting your guard down just a little bit, or bonding over a funny guilty pleasure, makes people feel chosen. And when people feel trusted by you, they naturally warm up to you way faster. Think about your best friends for a second. The main reason you feel so close to them is probably because you share things you wouldn't tell just anyone. When you share a small secret with someone, or even just laugh about a mutual harmless frustration, your brain registers that as trust. The vibe instantly shifts from you and me.
Instantly shifts from you and me to us against everybody else. No.
Hack number 4, use the gain-loss effect. Be honest with me, if someone compliments literally everyone they meet, does their praise actually feel special to you? Not really, right? It just feels like small talk. There's this thing in psychology called the gain loss effect. It basically shows that we value approval the most when it comes from someone who's usually a bit more quiet or selective with their praise, when a person who does and throw compliments around lightly looks at you and says, "Wow, you did an amazing job on that," it hits totally different. It actually feels earned. So stop handing out free constant validation to people who haven't turned it. Be polite. Be warm, but save your genuine, deep compliments for moments when they actually mean something. Scarcity makes everything more valuable. And finally, hack number 5. Know your unique value. Look, the first 4 tricks are great for breaking the ice and making a fast impression, but if you want people to actually respect you and stick around for the long haul, you need to know what you bring to the table. Human psychology is wired around reciprocal energy, so ask yourself, what's your vibe? It doesn't have to be anything crazy or profound. Maybe you ray the grounding, peaceful friend in the group. Maybe you ray the one who always brings the fun, chaotic energy. Or maybe you ray just super reliable when things go wrong. Figure out what your natural strength is. Own it, and actually bring that value to your people. When you pair high self-worth with these little psychological tweaks, you become completely unforgettable. Let me know in the comments which one of these you gonna try out first. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys in the next one.